Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the penultimate episode of How to Summon the Demon Lord, Season 2, or Omega. This was titled Storm the Church. Yep, we only got a 10-episode season, so we're already on penultimate episode. It's kind of crazy to think that we're already at the point of finishing shows, but this obviously is a bit of an exception since we're so far along in it on a shorter anime. We do have other shows that are ending relatively soon. We've got, where is it, Koikimo? Koikimo's penultimate episode will be next week as well, so we are getting close to wrapping up most of this season. A little bit later, though, towards the end of June, but yeah, we'll be emptying this slot. And just for those who are curious, once this slot is free, I'm not replacing it with anything, so we'll just have Zombie and then 2 episodes of Log Horizon. I could put a 3rd episode of Log Horizon in there to bolster it up and catch back up a little bit more from how far back we ended up, but I'm actually not going to do that. I'm just going to stick with my 2-episode pacing, because if I keep up with that sort of pacing, I should be at a point where I could, in theory, complete all of Season 2 and then Season 3. If I do that at 2 episodes at a time, I could theoretically complete that before the end of the summer season, which I think will work out better, and it gives me a little bit of an extra break on Thursday, or Fridays, sorry. Thursdays for me to record, Fridays for you guys to see, so it's not, so it's just easier on my schedule, basically. But yeah, last time out, we met up with Alicia for the first time in ages. In fact, that's her first appearance this season, I believe, and probably her only appearance unless she comes back in for this final fight. And because of her position, she can investigate the Cardinal, Vishos, but the law itself cannot actually touch the church. They could provide information, which is great, but the church is in a position where the law doesn't really have any sway on it. And that's a very dangerous point to get, where law cannot actually touch you. And yeah, you can kind of see how that breeds an environment where you can easily manipulate things to your liking if you're corrupt enough. And ultimately we do find that, yes, they are embezzling funds from the church. There's counts of murder. Like, they are horrible, as expected from the head of a church in an anime. Like, very rarely do you meet the head of a church in anime, and they're not evil to an extent. Yeah, very rarely do you end up in a good situation when it comes to priests and such. Don't know why there's a fascination with always making them the bad guys, but you know, they have a point sometimes. They really do. But yeah, we also ended up recharging Rose. Yep, some rapid recharging, you could say. Christ, that was a scene in itself. But yeah, with all this evidence now, Lumakina's like, okay, we need to present the evidence. I'm going to excommunicate them. We're going to do this properly. We're not just going to go kill him, like we probably are going to this, well, not this episode, but next episode probably. But we're going to do it properly. We'll excommunicate him. And ultimately we go there. The church itself is floating in the sky, which is kind of a cool design, but it does make it look somewhat ominous and evil in a way, and very much like above all of you mere mortals in a way, you know. But we, Lumakina shows herself, or I think people notice it's her first. I don't know which one it was. But it's like, head priest, I have all this evidence in the back of this cart saying all the stuff that you've done. I'm here to excommunicate you. And then he's like, oh, you're just lying, and you've been neglecting your duties since you've left the church and done all this, and you've joined up with weird people and all this. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna have, you're gonna be released from your position. I forget the actual wording of what he said he would do to her, but it was like, you're fired. And he was like, you can't fire me because you're fired. And like, that kind of exchange is like, well, who has the power here? Like, is the head priest or the head cardinal the one in charge here? I think in theory it's meant to be the head priest, but the head cardinal has a lot of sway and a lot of control over his followers, quite literally by the looks of things. They basically brainwashed and asked for them to be seized. Horn leaves and has run away in fear. I think that might be part of the plan, though, for her to run and get out of there. I don't know, though. I don't know if that was just her character or if that was actually part of the plan that they came up with Diablo. I'm not sure. I guess we'll discover that this episode as well. But yeah, we're not going to spill blood because this is holy ground. We're going to do this properly, and we're now being escorted under prisoner to the actual floating church. So yeah, this is going to be a good episode, and I'm excited to see where we end it for the finale. So I assume it's going to be the summoning of whatever big bad monster they want to bring in, because they kind of showed that in the OP a little bit. I guess maybe we'll get to that point where it's like, now face off against this, and then cliffhanger, you know? I guess we'll see though. Anyway, I'm going to load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format accents here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as Local Horizon Season 2, which we'll be doing slightly after this. We also have movie reactions, and currently ongoing for this first week of the month, ending on midnight the 8th. We have a movie pop to vote on which movie we watch this season. It'll end up being released on a Saturday, just for those of you who are wondering. And yeah, currently it's a tie between... Well, no, it's not actually. I think I Want to Eat Your Pancreas is ahead of Promare. Both of them are run away from the rest of the competition, so unless a lot of people join the Patreon in the next couple of days, I think it's going to be one of those two, and you might be the vote that ends up swaying it. So go check that out on my Discord. Link and everything, and the information is all there. But yeah, here on YouTube we do time based. So bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play side episode, I side episode, and we should be in sync. Watch this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who licensed it, of course. We have no logos or anything. We're just going to go straight into the episode, looking at Diablo staring at us menacingly. And when we get to the OP, I'll call it out, but you can also use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Confession chambers, Oh boy. Yeah. Defiant till the end, obviously. Yeah, right, okay. She's genuinely just running? Okay. What the fuck is this cup thing? Oh, okay. I think that's going to be useful then. So she just genuinely ran, it wasn't part of the plan. Filled with tears, will that have an effect? Huh? What? What is going on? OP time, okay. Good time to cut. I wish there was a good beat map for this on Beat Saber. I love this song so much, it's so catchy. Alright, here we go. Storm the church. Awesome level up goddess. Okay. Great Babylon. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wow. Uh, Oof. Alright, the tears. Oh, lovely. It was. Well, that's because it wasn't blood. It was tears, but. Oh no. She didn't. There's no way. Wow. So. I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe they're doing this. um. I don't know how I feel about that entire scene. Yeah. Yeah, best you never say anything. So dumb. Wow. Hmm. Probably because it. Right. Hmm? Sure. Right, yeah. But. Um. Yeah, you'll be bound. Yeah. Mm hmm. Gonna do it anyway? Actually did it. Wow. Wow. Jowly will notice that the pact has been formed. Right. She charming them. Is that what she's doing? It's a charm. Charming, yep. Very good for just bypassing issues. Right. These idiots. Uh. uh. Wow. Charm is a very good ability, though. Hmm. Jesus. Okay, that was quite the bump. Wow. Not what that buzz was. So dumb. So very, very dumb. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think we can charm that. Oh. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah. The starved wolf, holy shit. Just gonna eat her, I guess. Yep. Yeah. I don't think you understand. Allies. Nice. And we just destroy one of your summons very quickly. Oh boy. Rose? Yep. Very nice. Yeah. Oh boy. What a laugh. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, Book of Noah, okay. Every single beast, okay. Jesus Christ, that is monstrous. I love it. Sure. Whoa. Nope. Got a hit in, but. Book of Helena. Another monstrous mess. Rock cannon. Jesus Christ. Sure about that? Oh. I guess his wound just healed then. Oh boy. For now, you have to be. Yep. Intentionally missing them, though, I guess. By inciting fear and panic. Really putting on a show here, aren't we? But Vicious is about to take action, I bet. Turning people against Vicious. It's all gonna turn now, though. What? Okay, that's absolutely not her words. Absolutely, this isn't her plan. Or this is just to force Vicious to act himself, because he wouldn't want to willingly die. Vicious wouldn't let that happen, though. Just go through with it. Europa, okay. Big bad final boss time. God of Destruction, sure, okay. Yep. Jesus Christ. Thing for a God of Destruction. Yep, here's the big bad cliffhanger. I mean, it's predictable, but we all knew what we got with this show. Alright, final preview time. Yep. God of Destruction. Oh boy. Pretend God. Don't miss next episode. Surprisingly, not a very ecchi end card. Genuinely surprising. You know, considering what they did with the joke at the front with Horn and the Chalice, or the Holy Grail. Surprised maybe they didn't try and do an art on that, quite honestly. I would not have been surprised if they had tried to put an art piece of that sort out there. But yeah, genuinely a non-ecchi end card, which is kind of bizarre. I wonder if they'll do one for the end of next episode or not, in keeping with the show's style, or maybe they won't and they'll just do a like a thank you for watching type thing with all the characters and like a celebratory thing. Maybe even a season 3 announcement. I don't know if the show's going to announce season 3. We'll pay attention next week, because if they're going to announce one straight after, that'd be the time to do it. Most shows, if they have a planned sequel early on, they'll normally announce it right on their last episode. So certain shows like, I think Bo 3 did it, where they announced the season 2 pretty much immediately. Who else will immediately announce the sequel? I'm trying to remember from previous seasons who else has announced it. I think Villainess announced the sequel immediately after. There's probably one more recently as well that I could reference, but yeah, they tend to announce their sequels right after, unless there's an extended break, and then they'll announce them like in the any point really after that. But yeah, next week we'll check, and then the last week or two of June and into July, we'll start seeing a lot more announcements as well, I'm sure, if any of these shows get sequels. I hope some of these do. I feel like some of them probably won't, unfortunately. I'd love Moriarty to get more, but I don't know if there's enough material or if they're going to give it a nice ending at the end of it. Certain shows like Koikimo, I think that's a full adaptation, so we won't get more. Zombieland Saga, I feel like they'll finish up. Super Cub, I feel like it's done its job and probably won't get a sequel just because of that. Saints Magic Power is Omnipotent, doesn't seem good enough to warrant one, but I've been wrong before. Yeah. We'll see how the sequels end up working out. Hopefully Shadowed House does get one, because I'm very interested in the story of that. 86 we already know is getting one. Vivi seems like a full story, so I doubt we'll get one, etc, etc. And maybe Spider. We'll see about Spider. But anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. As per usual, leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 live you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.